Good morning guys, Kris here and welcome to day 3 of the road trips in the Polestar 2 on the west coast of Norway. Day 1 started in Oslo where we went over the Hardangervidda mountain pass. Day 2 started in Bergen where we went up along the west coast of Norway to Ulsteinvik, and then now we are at day 3 where we are going from Ulsteinvik to Trollstigen and then back to Bergen. So we actually were able to charge here yesterday at these charging points. So they have 4, 2 on this pole here and then 2 on the other pole. So you know, these were occupied when I arrived here yesterday at the hotel, and I connected to one of these when they were vacant around 10 o'clock in the evening. But these are so slow, these chargers here, that the car was estimating we would be done at 10 o'clock this evening. So more than 24 hours of charging. So what I did is I drove up the road right over there behind that building to the Rema 1000. I charged to 80% at an HPC charger, and then I drove back here and then I charged the last 20% overnight. So it's now right before 9 o'clock in the morning and we should be fully charged. So let's go ahead and yes, we are. We are fully charged. Look at that, 100% done. Okay, fantastic guys. Then I'm just gonna, pack my bags here and then I will see you guys on the road. We are now in Hareid and it looks like we will just be able to catch this ferry. But guys, this place, look at this. This is, well, yeah, this is insane. This scenery here is crazy. So we're starting the day with a bang, and I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, the road trips, in Western Norway. If you are, please be sure to drop a like on the video down below and also hit that subscribe button. And also, if you want to follow the trips in real time, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. You will get behind the scenes and you will get, more videos from these trips. But yeah, we're doing the first ferry crossing here from Hareid over to the other side. What is it called here? Let's check the map. This is Hareid to... I have no idea. It says Sulavegen. I don't know where it is. I don't know the names. Yeah, there's the crossing. It's called Hareid. Come on. Hareid. Sulesand. Sulesund. Okay. Today's trip will be a total of around 570 kilometers, 10.5 hours on the road. So somewhere along the way, we'll have to stop to charge and then eat. But I'm not stressed out because I looked at the map yesterday and there are lightning chargers scattered across the whole northwest coast of Norway and many places along our route. But I want to use this opportunity to show you guys the Android Automotive Infotainment System in the Polestar 2 because it is one of the best navigation tools in any EV I have ever driven. And the best part of it is the voice command, and that's what I'm going to use now, guys. So if you have a device at home that uses Google with the prompt in front of that, now is your cue to turn that off or mute this video or whatever you do. The next few minutes I'm going to use the prompt, so turn off your device. Okay, it's turned off now. So it's such a nice navigation system to use. So if I go, hey Google, naviger til Amfi Åndalsnes.
Navigerer til Alti Rauma.
Okay, so I gave this prompt, which was completely different to what it navigated me to, but it's the correct place because there is no such thing called Amfi Åndalsnes. Maybe one time there was, but Amfi is a chain of shopping malls that some of the shopping malls were bought by Alti, and maybe at one point it was called Amfi Åndalsnes, but now it's called Alti Rauma, and that is amazing. That really surprised me. I mean, we live in a world where some navigation systems, like, I don't know, the Volkswagen ID3 can't find Esso in Brumunddal if you don't write it properly. or maybe it's not called Esso Brumunddal, maybe it's called Esso Furnes. But the point is, this understands everything. I mean, it's such an awesome tool using the voice command, and that's the safest thing to use on the road. A voice command that works 99.9% of the time. And the reason I want to go there is because there is a charger, but we want to go to the charger. So if we try this, hey Google, naviger til ladestasjon I Åndalsnes.
Viser resultater for ladestasjon I Åndalsnes.
Okay, so it's found charging there. And at some of these, which are connected to Google, you can see 1 of 1 are vacant, but the BKKs don't have their information portrayed to Google. If they had in real time, well, that would be here. But here you can see 150 kilowatt chargers, 50 and 22. So it shows you the speed right here. So while driving to your destination, you can, well, choose the chargers here. So we're going to choose that one, because we want to stop there and eat and then charge. And the car will show you, we will arrive there with 68%. It's 68 kilometers away, 1 hour or 57 minutes away, and we will arrive there at 11:44. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Maybe Tesla's, infotainment system is better, but it doesn't have the voice command like this. And that makes a huge difference, because I don't have to fiddle throughout Germany while driving on the Autobahn at 200 kilometers an hour. I could just say the prompt and then the car would understand. It's such a good infotainment system. And also, what's good is the views here. Guys, I hope you really are enjoying the B-roll from this trip, because today we have spectacular weather, and yeah, it's a super nice trip. Welcome to Åndalsnes, and you see the mountains there in the distance. We are going to that place afterwards, so we're going to take a ride up the road here. But first we're going to go, across to the left here to the shopping center to charge, get something to eat. But guys, let me know down below thus far. You've seen now 2 videos, and you've seen the B-roll from today, and the nature. What do you think compared to, in the Alps, and the Swiss Alps, Italian Alps, French Alps, Austrian Alps? I know you just anywhere throughout Denmark, if you've driven there, if you've seen my videos and you're comparing. I'm trying to get the best shots from today, and I also tried to get the best shots when I went down to the Alps. But personally, I mean, and we haven't even been there yet, and I think also later today we're going to see even more spectacular nature. So I mean, just like, personally, I think it's nicer, it's prettier here, it's closer, it's just, I mean, it's awe-inspiring. It's so nice. But I mean, maybe you also can't compare them. It's 2 different places, but also people like to compare. So let me know down below what you guys think. And we are going over here. Is he just going to go out? Nope, he's not. Okay, so let's see if we can find this charger. According to the map, it should be around over here. Let's see if it is over here. And we are now at 69% battery, and consumption is 17.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And that is more like it. That is not very high. And also look at this. I love this color on the Mustang Mach-E. This is a very nice color. And I can't wait for the GT to come. That's going to be a very cool and awesome. Oh, here they are. It's right here, right there. I was looking for it. Like, where is the charger? Yeah, the Mustang Mach-E GT is going to be an awesome car. I think like 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in like 3.5 seconds or something. That is crazy. I can't wait for that car. Okay, so let's go ahead and back up here. It's always easy with the 360 camera. We go all the way back here, a little more. But this is a Delta charger, and Delta chargers always have, these long charging cables. So let's go ahead and look at the consumption and all the numbers. So 17 degrees outside. So Not super warm, but nice enough. 111.6 kilometers covered, 17.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And we have now been on the road for 1 hour and 39 minutes and 79 kilometers an hour in, no, 70 kilometers an hour in average speed. And just a disclaimer, guys, actually, so I reset the trip computer when I left the hotel in Ulsteinvik, and then we went to the ferry crossing in Hareid, which is, I don't know, 10 or 20 kilometers. It's not very far, but I forgot to turn off the ignition in the car, so it was counting the time and average speed while we were going on the ferry crossing, so I had to reset it. So the trip computer is reset from we came to land in Sulesund. So I mean, it's not too much, it's like 20 kilometers. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so again, always as a precaution with these HPC chargers, because, you know, if I do this, they tend never to fail. But if I don't hold the cable or the connector, pushing it towards the car, so the top portion is, you know, pushed all the way in where communication happens. If I don't do this, they seem to fail like half of the time. So I'm just sick of it. So I just do this, even though this takes me a second. And yeah, we are now charging. So 69%. Nope. Damn it. This is so annoying when this happens. Okay, so let's see if we can do this again. It didn't work this time. And this, you know, we are at 69%. Let's take the 75 kilowatt charger, because we really don't need to be occupying a 150 charger. Well, because we won't get close to that speed at that rate. So, I mean, at that battery percentage, we won't get close to 150 kilowatts. So if somebody else wants to charge, they can charge. I should have been parked a little bit closer, or more over to that side. But there is room here, hopefully, or else I'll just move the car if somebody comes over. They can park there, actually. They can park there and they can charge over there. Okay, so now we are charging. Please don't fail. Please, please, please. So what happens, maybe I just release it too quickly. I don't know what it is, but now we are charging. And let's see what kind of speed we do get at 69% at a 75 kilowatt charger. Will we get close to 75 kilowatts? I'm not sure. I am not sure. No, but I don't think we'll get more than 50 because the car won't charge. Yeah, 27. That's not quite fast. We should be getting better speed, or maybe it's throttling at 69% down to 30. But, you know, the charging curve of the Polestar 2 is a bit strange. It will, you know, fluctuate. But let's go ahead and see if we can give you guys a good view of where we are going. So we are going up the mountain here. Afterwards, after charging and after eating, we are going over here. Yeah, I mean, Trollstigen, it's one of the most iconic roads in Norway. And actually where I lived before, I had a picture of it because it's such a cool place. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some foods, guys, and then I will catch up with you guys when we are on our way up Trollstigen. Welcome to Trollstigen, or if we translate it directly to English, it translates to Troll Ladder. So I mounted the camera in the windshield and I'm going to try to hold it so it's a little bit more stable and probably do some, you know, stabilization in post. But I wanted to give you guys the front seat experience of driving up this road. So when we get to the top, we're going to look from the vantage point and down at the actual road and down the valley here, because this is spectacular. This is one of the most, if not the most, you know, epic and iconic roads in Norway. This was once probably a main road, and look at this. And people are biking and driving motorcycles, and I've seen, you know, several German cars, Danish cars. So people do come from far away to check this out. And here the asphalt is much smoother. I mean, this, yeah, you guys probably can see it from the footage here that this is insane, this road here. Yeah, and then we're behind this motorcycle. Look at the waterfall up here. I mean, if you come to Norway, if you come to northwest coast of Norway, this is absolutely something you have to come and check out. This is worth the detour. And I mean, we have a lot of spectacular nature, but this road, yeah, it speaks for itself. So guys, also let me know about other amazing roads I can check out in Europe in future road trip videos, because my trip to Italy, the 5-part series, if you haven't seen that, is a 5-part series where I drive from Oslo in Norway down to Genova in Italy on the Italian Riviera, and then back again in this Polestar 2. And the response has been amazing, guys. You have loved the series, and that tells me that you want more videos, and you guys have been telling me also that you want more videos. So that's why immediately after I did this road trip to the west coast of Norway, and then in the next few weeks maybe I will be doing another cross-European road trip. But it all depends on the corona situation. It all depends on, you know, if I have to go into quarantine after visiting abroad, because yeah, I really don't want to do that. And now we have a little bit of traffic here. I mean, okay, it is narrow here, but it's not that narrow. I mean, we drove on roads yesterday that were just as narrow. I mean, you have to stop. Of course, you have to stop for a camper here. But I mean, the other cars was fine. But okay, we're not going to complain too much. This means you guys hopefully get a better view of this road. And up there's the vantage point. I mean, this is insane. And then we also have the beautiful weather today. Yesterday's video, I was a bit disappointed that the weather wasn't the best, but today, yes, the weather is very, very nice. And look at this. And all these turns here have names. This is Nikkasvingen. So, yeah. Yeah, and then there's a truck. Why is a truck crossing here? Are they sightseeing? I mean, I know sometimes big rigs from abroad, you know, navigate through here because they're using GPS or on narrow roads. We usually read about that in, is that a fire truck maybe? No. I don't know, that's something, they're working, they are working. Okay, so sometimes, you know, we read about these big rigs which get stuck on these narrow mountain passes like this, because, you know, this is not the only one. This is just the most popular one, maybe the most epic one, but there are mountain passes like this all across Norway, because before we could build proper roads, this is how we had to build roads. And then there's Langedalsvingen. And there isn't only one RAV4, but there are 2 Toyota RAV4s in front of us. I mean, it's on the top 10 list of most popular cars sold in Norway, so yeah. So I can see the viewpoint up there, which is actually pretty scary because the railing is in glass, and that does something to your brain. Where at least last time I went there, I wasn't able to approach the glass because my brain was like, no, this is dangerous, don't approach the glass, don't approach the glass. And just by inching forward, I was able to, I don't know, override my brain, or what you want to call it. I was able to inch forward and move it all the way to the glass. But once I stood a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left where the railing was actually metal instead of glass, that was fine. But standing in front of glass, looking down, I don't know how far this drop is. It must be to the bottom here. I don't know, it must be more than 1,000 meters, right? Does something to your brain. So I think we're approaching the last turn here on Trollstigen, and you can see that he's waving because we're waving. That's normal courtesy in Norway on these roads. You wave when somebody is stopping for you to be polite. Some places they don't do that. That's really annoying. Why don't you wave at people who stop? Even though if you have to stop, it's just like politeness and common courtesy. But okay, you're not able to see too much down to the right side down through the valley here, but again, we are going to go to the top of the vantage point. I'm going to give you guys some B-roll from there, and because I probably won't don't want to film myself because I'm gonna be scared like a little baby probably. I don't know, heights, I've never been scared of heights, but once I passed the age of 25, when the male brain matures, yeah, that makes a difference. That makes a difference. Look, I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, since we left Ulsteinvik this morning, is this living up to expectation, guys? Is what I said in yesterday's video about that nature we saw yesterday not being close to the awesome, scenery we were going to see? Is this more like it, today's video? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I would love to know, because at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. We do have different opinions, and people do, think different things are pretty. Okay, so that was the last turn. Right up here is a parking lot, and then I'm going to walk over there, give you guys some B-roll with some music, and I will see you guys on our way to Bergen again. We're now at the second ferry crossing of the day from Stranda to Liabygda. Or are we in Liabygda and we are going over to Stranda? I'm not sure. And the next ferry is in 20 minutes. I mean, that's not too bad. There are crossings every half hour, it seems. But let's take a look at the map. Where are we? We are in Are we in Stranda? I don't know. I think Stranda is on, we are on the Stranda side. The car said we wouldn't be able to make it to Bergen, and well, that makes sense because when we charged in Åndalsnes, it was 425 kilometers to Bergen, and I didn't even think about that. But we are now here at Ionity in Skei. We're about 3 hours and 46 minutes from Bergen, 217 kilometers. Yes, that is a long time and not that long distance. That is because, well, slow moving roads with low speed limits and also ferry crossings. We have one more ferry crossing. So what we're going to do is the car's now showing 0% state of charge when we arrive in Bergen. So we're just going to wait until that is at like 5 or 10 or 20. It really doesn't matter, but it has to be in the plus, and then we will be on our way. Okay guys, we are now back here in Bergen, charging here at the BKK Bilkraft charging station here in Damensplass, right outside of, well, the city center. This is one of the biggest charging stations in Norway, if not the biggest one, where they have 14 50 kilowatt chargers, they have 3 350 kilowatt chargers, and then 3 150 kilowatt chargers. I think these 350 kilowatt chargers are new because before they weren't labeled 350, and not all of these 150 kilowatt chargers were labeled 50 kilowatts. So yeah, okay, I just wanted to give you guys an update on this charging station for people, traveling here on the West Coast. But we are going to go the last leg of this trip, which will be, I don't know if it will be the next video I shoot, but it will be the next video in this series, which will be the part 4, where we go from Bergen back to Oslo. But I just want to sum up the trip today. We arrived here with 25% battery. We went to 75% in Skei, charged for 23 minutes. I mean, we really weren't in a rush. Consumption today ended at 17.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, so much less passing, much more traffic, and you know, the roads didn't actually let us pass as much as we did the other day. And 67 kilometers an hour in average speed. We've been on the road for 8.5 hours, and we charged for a total of, yeah, about 50 minutes total today. 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 552.5 kilometers covered. But what I want to say in closing statement is, first off, I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip, which was, you know, a scenic trip. That was the whole purpose of the trip, to take you guys on a trip throughout Western Norway, and I hope this video delivered. If so, please be sure to drop a like on the video down below for the YouTube algorithm. But in closing statement, I want to say that I'm surprised that it's so easy to charge on the northwest coast of Norway, because it is very rural and most parts are remote with very sparsely, you know, populated areas. Like, I don't know, Åndalsnes is a tiny area. Even Ulsteinvik with 6,000 inhabitants. Ålesund, which is the biggest city, has something like 40 or 50, maybe 60,000 inhabitants. But I mean, the cities and areas are small, but still no problems with charging at all. No problems with charging 150 kilowatt chargers. And I saw chargers throughout, yeah, the whole area. So that really surprised me that, I mean, even traveling as a tourist in Norway, outside of the big cities, you know, Oslo, Bergen, and Stavanger, and Kristiansand, and Trondheim, it really isn't a problem to charge. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.